All right, Leo, here we go. Leo soap opera for. I'm just laughing. I know what's randomly at the bottom of this deck, and I'm sorry. It's Justice and the Ten of Swords and a Five of Swords. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I can't pick up a deck and say, oh, universe, I'm going to do a Leo reading and not get some kind of divorce. It's been over a long time. Why are you staying here? You're stabbing yourself in the foot. Whoever this is, this energy I get for the Leo soap opera, the universe is trying so hard. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I've never seen it try so hard. Anyway, here we go. Leo. Leo soap opera for August. Let me get comfortable for this one. August 2025. Here we go. Let's cut the deck. Let's see what the theme energy is. All right. Let's see. Give it to me. Six of Cups. Ooh, I like that. This is the theme energy. Now, randomly at the bottom was all that other shit. This is the theme, the basic idea, just the surface energy. The universe wants to say about this reading just on the surface. It's a hangman and a Six of Cups. On the plus side, I think August will make whoever this person is that's coming in, and roles can be reversed. I can't tell you apart from this soulmate. You're very, very close in frequency. I had hoped that would change over time, but it hasn't. Whoever this is, I think August will make them view their past, what happened in the past, in a new light. I like that because I often joke in the Leo soap opera, this person, you know, they stay in a toxic situation because, just metaphorically speaking, or, you know, just an example, they think back to a hilltop wedding and how wonderful it was at the beginning, and they keep that focus. You know, we can kind of do that. We could fool ourselves into staying in something toxic for a long time by focusing on when it was good and dreaming our way back into that. It creates a delusion energy. I think this person's delusions are fading in the month of August. And that's not surprising with Lionsgate drawing a fucking line in the sand of what we will and will not tolerate emotionally from others, or, you know, from ourselves as well. Maybe both. All right, let's go. Let's shuffle the deck. It's Leo soap opera for August 2025. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here where you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. You are here for a reason. Nobody finds me without a reason. It's never been like that in my life. Everybody that's ever crossed my path, there's been some kind of reason for it, or this or that and the other thing. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe you just, maybe the reason, it doesn't have to be a big deal reason. I'm not Darth Vader or something. I mean, you got to, you know, maybe you're just here for something to do. I mean, it's better than what's on TV right now. I don't know. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking time lord. I know it's the August reading, but it is what it is. We're doing pyramids here. I'm done shuffling. I'm afraid to look at what's at the bottom. I haven't. Top row is how this person feels about you. Middle is how they see you or what they think about you. And the bottom of the pyramid is potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I'll clarify what I think needs clarifying and throw some universe cards at the end. I did a Leo soap opera for you recently. And we know this person. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not. You can see what's at the bottom, right? Overall energy of this reading is the Nine of Cups. I just got done talking about delusion. I got somebody here is just telling everybody how great everything is. You might hear from this person in some capacity. You might hear about this person. Okay, can I say that? It's possible. For some of you, this person is very popular. The Leo soap opera's got the most popular people. You know, it's got the, in other words, I mean, I'm not saying all the people are the most popular. I'm saying it's got the most people in it that are popular. Okay? The Leo soap opera definitely does, and it makes sense. It's the great performer, the actor of the zodiac, right? So you may either hear from this person, Eight of Wands, communication, or you hear about them, how fucking happy they are and how fucking great everything is. And oh, it's wonderful. You saw the cards that were at the bottom when I randomly picked this up. You saw the theme energy. I'm telling you, this is complete bullshit. It really is. This is the PR agency hires this guy to go out and put the message out, right? This is somebody who brings a message, right? They want to control the narrative. They're trying to control the narrative, all right? This is amazing. It's like a true celebrity. Right, it really is. It really blows my mind. It's some of the stuff you see. I mean, he was helping the hooker. It was really, honestly, that's why he was in the alley. He was helping her out. Yeah, helping her out. Sure. She's giving him a blowjob, but he's helping her out. Okay. I believe that. Sure, why not? What the hell? All right, here we go. How do they feel? Somebody here. I'm so happy. Everything is so great. Big smiles. Right. Oh, good. How do they feel about you? Six of Swords. Take you or leave you. Page of Wands. Of course, that had to be. I thought it was going to be Death card. I won't lie to you. I did. I thought it was going to be the Death card. Oh, fuck me. How do they feel about you? This person feels beneath you emotionally. They feel a child next to you. I believe it. They behave like a child. This is what a child does. Everything's great. There's nothing to see here. Move it along. Right? Everything's great. In it, I think they feel like they can come your way. I think they feel. I'm going to read this a couple of different ways. One way is I think they feel like they can come your way. I think they might be slowly but surely coming towards you. You know, with some kind of idea. That's for some of you. And again, I think that backfires. I think they then chicken out because they realize that it may not go the way they plan. But I think for most of you here, this person is trying to, they feel beneath you, so they're trying to puff themselves up in their life and put out a message that, you know, everything is terrific and everything is great and look at me, how big and high and mighty I am, right? So they're trying to move away from you, but I think that backfires on. This is an epic backfire. This is not the tower, right? It's the backfire, upright, right? You know that car that goes by, it sounds like a gunshot, right? It's that. It's an epic backfire. It's interesting. This will matter to someone, okay? The number one reason a car backfires, number one, aside from mixture, is the timing is out, okay? That's a top reason. So something about this here, this person's choosing the wrong time to either come towards you or try to ignore you, whichever group you're in, okay? I don't know, something about the timing. That might be for a few of you. I have no idea. It probably relates to this time of year. So if this time of year means something, you know, then yeah. And which wouldn't surprise me if it does. I mean, if your person is a Leo, which they don't have to be for my reading, they probably got a birthday coming up, you know, pretty quick. August 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, whatever. You know, July 30th. I mean, I don't know. Okay. How do they see you when they think about you, right? 8 of Pentacles. They're trying not to. No. Okay, what else? No? I mean, yeah, but no. Those are more feelings. They see you, how do I phrase it? They think you're ignoring them. They think that you're giving someone else the attention that they wish they had, but they know that they don't want because it makes them feel small. It's a whole paradox of crap. It really is. They see you as somebody who's very, very good with sharing emotions. They see themselves as somebody who's very bad at it. They wish they were like you. But they also see you focused on something else. They don't see you focused on them. Which is why they think it's probably going to be, most of them think it's probably going to be easy to move away from you. It's not. The energy is actually just right to reignite this thing. The energy is just right for somebody to see their delusions, to get a new perspective on their past, like we talked about. All this phony ass, everything is great, all this, you know, BS PR to put, it's just nonsense, right? It's just nonsense. All right, here we go. People who try too hard to convince people that they're happy always give me the heebie-jeebies. They always worry me. I get a tingle down my spine. All right, you don't have to. You know, you don't have to do that. And the level to which they do it, it becomes very telling. All right, that they're not happy at all. Okay, what's red with the Page of Wands here? The King of Swords. This is your final outcome. I think you may have a communication from this person coming, some of you. Or you find, again, it could come from a third party as well. I mean, I see it here with the 8 of Wands. We already talked about it. But I think the easiest way I could phrase this is I think you show this person how it's done, right? I think, or you ram some truth right up this person. I think you tell. I think that's why the tower's here. I think, or the backfire, if you will. Somebody. I think there's communication here. I do. I feel it. I'm going to grab the light seer and clarify. There's a. And this is why I feel this. This is like a hidden energy randomly at the bottom, this high priestess thing. There's like there's the energy, there's like the reading here, and then just underneath the reading, I feel like there's movement. There's something going on, okay? I think somebody here, this is usually a very brave little boy or girl, doesn't matter, but the little page here is very brave at this age, most likely to get a cast, right? Full body cast. I think somebody's feeling brave. They feel like it'll be easy to come in, and I don't think so. I think they meet head on. This little child meets head on with grown up here. I think they think you're not paying attention to what they're up to, but I think you are. Okay, let's pull on the page. Okay, let's go. Page of Wands. I got an idea of what needs to be clarified here. Let's just do it. Here we go. Page of Wands. What do we got? Talk to me. Like lovers do. I get the Eurythmics ringing in my head. I don't know. Maybe sweet dreams are made of these means something to you with this. I have no idea. It's ringing in my head. Oh, fucking hell. Here we go. They fell on the floor. Right? Why is this here? Because somebody's a little page and you're the little king. And these two come here. Here's a king of swords. Here's a king of swords. It fell on the floor. And here we go. The Five of Wands. Somebody thinks now is the time you're going to be a piece of cake to talk to. I don't think so. I don't think this king does not tolerate little pages very well. Okay, this is not who you leave your kids. Wait, can you watch the kids for a little while? Nah. Okay, it's a bit of that. Five of Wands crossing it here. There's some conflict. Yeah. All right. There's a Hierophant here. I'm gonna put it right there because that's going to be read with your final outcome. There's a higher, well, do I want to put hocus pocus on this? Okay, there's a higher power pushing you two together right now. All right? And one side is underestimating that. Also, if there is information that comes out, if you hear about this from a third party or you read about it from somebody else's post or something like that, this person the person attached to you here, the one in the toxic situation that we always pull on in the Leo soap opera, right? They don't think you'll see it. Okay, I think they're sorely mistaken. I think you do. Okay, let's talk about the tower. We have to. Give me the backfire, the epic backfire upright. What do we get here? I think this is going to be the most difficult reading of the Zodiac fly-through. I don't mean the most spectacular. I don't mean the best. I don't mean the dirtiest. Certainly not the dirtiest. There's not a whole lot of banging happening here. There's a whole lot of, what the fuck are you doing here? Oh, I heard about how happy you are. Yeah, I heard about it. Bunch of shit. Right? I think when your two energies come together, if they do, even if you hear about it from a third party, I think you just are ready to call this person on their bullshit. I do. And I think you do it in kind of a harsh yet funny way. I mean, I don't know. It just feels like that. Yeah, I read that shit. Yeah, okay. Happy, are you? Yeah, really? Okay. I mean, it's almost like I would almost say, based on the energies around this person that I pick up on, I would almost, if I were you, assuming this isn't you, but if I were you, I would say, well, if you're happy with that fucking asshole or these fucking assholes, you certainly don't want me because I'm nothing like that shit, right? It's a bit of that. I mean, I don't. This is the toughest reading for sure in the Zodiac fly-through because of the High Priestess energy I showed you. There's something underneath the surface, and I can't quite put my finger on it. I'm hoping it comes to the surface a little bit more. But, I don't know. Let's see where we're at here. The Tower. Let's just pull and see what we get. It's crossed by the Nine of Wands. Yeah, it's what I said. Somebody feels like this is going to be a piece of cake. Whatever it is. Approaching you, putting out this message of how happy they are. Whatever it is. And I think it's an epic backfire. I think it's more different. They're not counting on something. There's something they're not counting on. Okay? There's some sort of barrier or roadblock that they're not counting on. Okay? I don't know what it is. Probably the King of Swords. Probably that people don't believe bullshit, you know. I don't know. What's on top? Five of Swords. See, look, there they are. They always show up as that. Yeah, it's not going to go. There's some barrier they're not counting. This guy always, why is this sometimes called self-sabotage energy and things? We sabotage ourselves all the time when we're short-sighted and we don't take, we don't think about all the things that might go wrong. You shouldn't go crazy thinking about things that might go wrong. You don't need to go way out, but you should at least have a little bit of a long view and anticipate a couple of things. First of all, if I was coming to talk to the King of Swords and I was a page, I might anticipate, sure, something could go wrong, right? Somebody thinks it's going to be way too easy. Why is the Five of Swords here? I almost called him a page, but he pretty much is, right? I think it's a he. I have no idea. It seems very gender neutral, although the beard might be a giveaway. But then again, Three of Wands. Yeah, again, it's just this approach, bridging energy. Knight of Pentacles. Timing. What did I talk about? I talked about timing, backfiring, the timing being out on your car. Usually can cause some backfiring, But a lot of people, you hear those, you'll get like brand new BMW, it'll be backfiring as somebody speeds down the road and stuff like that. Probably because they advance the timing because they want to get quick off the line. Well, that comes at a price. It runs good at high RPMs, but not so good at low. So when you hit the clutch or whatever and the RPMs drop, you get a pop, you get bang, a little backfire. That pop, pop, pop sound. Well, that's fine if you want to wake up the neighborhood. Timing, right? I give you some car tips along with these. What the hell, right? Timing is out here. Somebody waited too long. That's for a good number of you. That's why it doesn't go as smooth. That's why you behave this way. I think this energy, this is your energy, is tired of this person's PR campaign about how happy they are or about how great things are going or whatever. I can dig it. I'm a little tired of pulling on it. But there's something else involved here. I'm going to go a layer deeper before we go any further. I got to clarify this Hierophant because it's coming up as there's some sort of higher power driving all this. I don't know if it's driving them or you. I got to find out because it should be touching you because these are read together and this is you. This is your final outcome. Let's go. Tell me about the Hierophant here. Tell me about it. Let's see where we're at. Ace of Swords, crossing it. Yeah, it's a reconciliation energy. The angels are behind you or something like that. Oh, good Lord. And now we know what the card here is that's on top is the Two of Swords. It's affecting both of you. This is one Ace of Swords over this Hierophant, and this is two Ace of Swords. It's affecting both sides. That's what I wanted to check on. I got the exact answer. That's what I asked the universe. I said, who is this Hierophant about? Right? This higher power. It's both of you. Interesting. Why is that here? The Nine of Wands. I believe this person, the one attached to you, again, roles can be reversed, but I said the timing's out. They waited too long. He needs to learn a lesson about that. Okay? And you're sort of drawing, this is sort of that line in the sand with Lionsgate. You might be drawing a line in the sand about how, how much you're willing to put up with from this, from this situation. Because this person here just seems intent on staying in the toxin. They just do. I don't get it. I don't know if they're if they'd have to again put out, if they left the toxin, if they'd have to put out some kind of PR campaign about leaving the toxin, then maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. This person, when I say PR campaign, I don't mean they're famous or something. They might be, but the same frequency of energy plays out 1,000 different ways. This can also just be somebody who cares way too much what other people think, cares what the neighbors think way too much. Right? Now, why do they see, I get this, why do they see you not paying attention? I said that earlier, remember, and I said over here, when they put out their PR campaign message, they don't think you're going to see it. They don't think you're going to hear it. So for a lot of you, you hear about this third hand, or second hand, I believe, maybe third hand even. I don't know. Well, let's see why they think you're not paying attention, because I know you are. I do. And it sets off some kind of inner King of Swords Hulk, let me tell you. All right. Knight of Pentacles. So, like, are you going to hear from this person directly? You might. That's the best I can say. Some of you are in the group that do hear from this person directly, and some of you hear about this person indirectly. And some of you, it's both. Okay? For the ones of you that it's both, I think that is extra pissing off for the King of Swords. Okay? Whatever it is. I mean, look, I don't even know this fucking person. And I'm sick of hearing about how great their life is, and yet I keep pulling justice and devils and 10 swords and 5 swords and towers. It's the same shit every time. It has been since I got here. It hasn't changed. Stop. This person needs to learn a lesson about, well, I think the lesson that the universe is trying to teach them is about stopping caring what other people think. If other people are judging you, that sounds like their problem, not yours. You know, you got to take that kind of attitude, right? It's crossed by the Six of Wands. They think you're gone. They think you've moved on. They think that you've found success elsewhere. Where they used to be able to find you, they can't find you, and now you're somewhere else and you're successful. But they're not quite sure where. They think you're not there anymore. I'm just riffing on the energy. Take it as it resonates. You don't have to take me literally. Okay? I'm doing the best I can. There's thousands of people watching. But, okay, what's on top? The Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, they think you're very successful somewhere else. It's like, again, just catch my drift. Okay? It's like you were really successful over here when you guys were following each other, or talking to each other, or spying on each other, or whatever it was a lot. And then you just kind of disappeared. I think a little hocus pocus happened here with the higher power. And I think it made you, whatever that hocus pocus is, made you disappear a little bit from this person's view. They lost track of you. Okay? And now I think their imaginations run wild. That you've got success somewhere else. You may have even found new love. They don't know what the fuck's going on. So they figure you're not watching. So they're just going to put out a whole bunch of, well, I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing terrific. Right? Maybe it'll get to you. Maybe it won't. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? The Wheel of Fortune. Your fortune's changed. You moved in. Everything I just said just got backed up. Your fortune's changed. You moved in a new direction. All of a sudden, you started winning at the casino. I mean, I don't know. That's what they think. They think you've gone off and you're doing something else. You now, I don't know, big success somewhere else. It could be a new relationship. I don't know. Their fortunes, my point is, they think your fortunes have changed. Their fortunes haven't changed. So they're worried about what other people think and keeping up appearances. So because, whether it's true or not makes no difference. Perception is all that matters. Because they think your fortunes have changed and you're doing really well, this is why they have to put out this message about how, well, let me tell you how great I'm doing. Right? Steve's viewers only got a few cups. I got 9 cups. Look at me. Woohoo! Right? It's a bit of that. Okay? So it's all bullshit. It's probably why it pisses you off. You know? Somebody trying to one-up you. Maybe a little bit, at least emotionally. Anyway, whether this is true or not, I don't know. You might not be with somebody else. You might not be doing. It doesn't matter. All that matters is perception. There's always a big PR agency kind of energy around this. It's all about perception. Doesn't matter. All right. If you can get someone to believe this, then even when the truth comes out, they won't believe that. They'll instantly fake news the truth because they believe the first thing they heard, which was convincing. It's just human nature. It's a cakewalk. You know, it's really easy. It is what it is. This person knows that. This person, for some reason, is real good at convincing people around them how great they're doing. And yet, the energy says otherwise. Let's pull on the King of Swords, your final outcome. So what's the deal here? What's going on? Five of Pentacles. Yeah, again. Yes. This is you slamming the door. You know. Okay. Also, yeah, I should warn you. If you're too harsh here, you might miss out on a chance with this person. So while the temptation, and I believe it's coming from a higher power, might be for you to become hulked up fucking King of Swords, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. Be careful, okay? But yeah, your inclination, you actually, I don't want to say you feel good about having this person feel like they missed out on you, but you like the fact that somebody feels like they missed out on you, all right? The experience of you, okay? You're flattered in some way by what I'm talking about here, where somebody, whether it's true or not, thinks you're doing great, and it bothers them so much that they got to make up stories about how great they're doing. In its own way, if you take it from a certain angle, it's kind of flattering, right? A little bit? Okay. What's on top? The Knight of Swords. You got a message of your own, motherfucker. Well, you look at this. This is fucking great, because that's a Knight of Swords, and that's a Knight of Swords. They got a Knight of Swords. Well, I got a fucking Knight of Swords for you, right? It's a bit of that. There's a whole lot of... When I put these two together, there's a lot of swears that come out. There is. These two energies, oh, man. You do not want to catch me on a day when I'm King of Swords with Knight of Swords. You do not want to catch me on that day. It's a day where your mind is sharp, right? So something's going on here where when and if you do cross paths with this person, or whenever this PR reaches you over here, your mind is sharp and your tongue is sharp as well. You got a sharp wit to you. And what's going on with the Knight of Swords? Why is that here? 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay, what's the bridging energy? Yeah, the Knight of Cups. I'm just going to say it like this. Do what you want. Again, some of you hear from this person. Some of you hear about this person. Some of you it's both. Whatever the case, for all of you, what I said here is very important. Okay, here in how they see you, what they think about you. Okay, somebody thinks your fortunes have changed and you're doing great. All right, and it bothers them so much that they need to put out, that they're going to say how great they're doing, that they got to be doing greater, right? Give them something to talk about. This is about, fine. If that's what they want to believe, if they're doing, then you yourself, again, you put out some message of your own. The only difference is yours is the truth, right? There's something about all of this that goes on, right, that makes you very, very attractive, all right? Something you do, how do I phrase this for 1,000 people? Something you do because of you hearing about how great this person's doing, either from them or, from another source. Something you do as a result of that makes you extremely attractive to either them, other people, or both. Okay, so it might attract new love, but it might also bring this person to you. So if you want to be one of the people that hears from this person, I think for all of you, you hear about this person second hand, third hand, whatever. But you do something as a result of that. You put out some kind of message of your own about your life. And that, in turn, is what might cause actual communication from this person. Okay? Even if what you put out is shoving the sword of truth up their ass, and it's a rebuttal to their how great they're doing, saying, I think they're full of shit. That would certainly bring them to you as well. Either way. There is potential here, so before you go ramming your sword too far and slamming the door too hard, keep in mind, in the environmental energy is the option, is the chance, is the energy for a Four of Wands, and I think a happy new beginning, and I think that's the universe's end goal here. All right, so keep that in mind. But I can dig it. I know this King of Swords, Knight of Swords energy, and I know I can dig it. All right, let's go. One card, the crossing card. What else you want to tell my people before we go? Whoa, what you got? What do we got? One card, the crossing card. Judgment tried to come out. It tried to. But not enough to make me stop shuffling. But it's worth mentioning. So we'll keep Judgment in mind with this one card, the crossing card, right? It's like I said already, taking it literally. If somebody wants to judge you, that's their problem, not yours. This person needs to learn that. I remember they got a comedian over in the UK, David Mitchell. He's kind of a pompous, sort of blue blood kind of whatever, you know. But anyway, somebody commented that his wife is way hotter than him, that he's punching above his weight. And his response without any delay was, well, that sounds like her problem, not mine, right? It's a bit of that. It's a bit of that kind of energy here. It kind of is. If he's the ugly one, that's her problem. That ain't a problem for him. All right, right here. If somebody wants to judge you, it's probably, you know, it can be flattering if you look at it a certain way. You know, it means you rattled them. Something you're doing rattled them. Whatever it is. I like rattling people. Three of Pentacles. Crossed by strength with keeping judgment in mind. It's a final message for you. It's a weird one. King of Pentacles. You're going to have an opportunity. I'm going to make a prediction here. I don't like predictions because as soon as I do, your free will decisions change. And it almost nullifies them. It's almost better if you didn't know about this. Some sort of opportunity is likely to come your way. And it's going to get you very excited. You're going to get very passionate about it. Okay? It's good. It's as good as you think it is. And why do I say that? Well, it's the timing of the offer. All right? And it might, how do I phrase this? It might make you a little bit nervous because it changes a lot of things, changes some big stuff. It makes you really emotional and passionate and emotional, and it is a good thing. It's the timing of it that might be a little bit suspect, but it is a nice offer. So there might be an offer of it's probably a business thing. It's probably an offer of partnership. Okay? I don't know if it's something you've always wanted or if it's not, but it is a good deal. It can put you in a nice position. Make your own decisions. All right? That's all I'm saying. It just came up as a predictive energy. So I'm giving it to you. It feels big. Okay? It feels big. So it makes you a little bit nervous. Sometimes the Ace of Cups can be a little bit nervous. That cup. We keep our emotions inside sometimes and we're okay, but when they start flowing, we start getting a little nervous. This is pacing around the waiting room kind of a energy, right? It's because it feels big. It is big. It is a big deal. All right? It's nice. It might start out small, but it is a big deal. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Okay? Good luck.